This podcast is not a substitute for a relationship with your mental health professional. Hey, 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 family. Welcome back to another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise-Brown. And if you are not a part of the family, then please join the family. It does not cost you anything. All you have to do is click the little subscribe button, like the podcast, and share the podcast. I would also love it if you make a comment on YouTube under the podcast. Please join us here. Join the family. So, hey, family, I am so excited to be back again another week with you. I'm going to start off by asking you, did y'all watch the Super Bowl? Okay, I'm hearing people say, yes, 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 Andrea. Nice. Okay. Did you watch the halftime show? Did you watch the halftime show? In my opinion, Kendrick Lamar is prolific. He was brilliant. His performance it was intentional. It was smart. It was deep. Like, it was so good. There were some themes that I believe he was trying to get across to the world. I mean, the first thing is how our country is so divided. He also, just even in his lyrics, just talked about, the struggle of African Americans in this country. Oh my gosh. He just talked about how people have inner struggle with being inauthentic and allowing, the outside world, the noise of the outside world to kind of lead in people's decision making instead of being their authentic self. Like, there was so many messages that was in that performance. It was so freaking smart. Brilliant. So kudos, Kendrick Lamar. I truly believe you are awesome. And I believe that you were awesome. I knew you were awesome even before this performance, but kudos to you for working so hard for so long and then finally getting your moment. Let me tell y'all something. When me just seeing Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, not just performing under someone else, because he did do that before, but this was his stage. He was the underdog. Okay, he was the underdog, and now he got his turn. He got his chance to shine. And for everyone out there, let me just tell you that for me is a testament of God's grace. And it just proves that whatever your thing is, whatever that thing is that you love to do, that feels good to you, that is authentic, that pretty much gives space to your gift, whatever that thing is, the gift that you're just giving the world, and you often wonder, is anybody listening, or is anybody watching, or will anybody buy it? I am here to tell you, keep going. Get better at whatever your gift is, sharpen it up, get really good at it, become an expert at whatever the thing is that you have to give the world, that God gave you to give to the world, and your time is coming. Because let me just tell you something. The fact that Kendrick had that performance, for the world to see, like, he had his moment huge, big, is a testament to you. And it's just really affirming that if you keep on going and being you, you don't have to be anybody else. You just be you. Your moment is coming. Okay? I mean, God says it all the time. He says that abundance and prosperity is yours. And you out here being righteous, right? So you being right, whatever you put out in the universe, you gonna get it back. So just keep going. So I loved it. And I loved how he had Uncle Sam. Ooh, Samuel L. Jackson. That was everything. Just speaking to how the older generation, of our people really want to sometimes, hush up the younger Black people, the younger African Americans, because they feel like they should conform with what the majority believes, you know what I'm saying? The belief system of the United States. And it's like, no, Kendrick was like, no, I'm going to be me. We going to be us. We are talented. We belong here and we going to show out. And that's what you're supposed to do. So anywho, it was amazing. I loved it. All right, y'all. So now this week we are going to talk about holding grudges. Holding grudges, family. I just want to know, do you hold grudges? Do you get upset with the people in your life? Your siblings, your parents, your aunties, your uncles, your friends, or maybe ex-friends, and your romantic partners, and do you hold grudges? That's what I want to know, because holding grudges is the same thing as holding resentment. And when you hold grudges and resentment in your body, it could make you sick. It literally can make you sick, physically and mentally ill. Just on a personal note, one thing that I can say, I am now delivered, thank God. But when I was in my 20s, I literally would hold grudges. I would hold grudges. And I understand why I did do that now, but it took for me to go to school and to learn about the brain and human behavior to kind of understand the reason why I would hold grudges and the reason why other people hold grudges. And it pretty much showed me, and I learned the power in letting them go. Because when you hold on to grudges and hold on to resentment, it weighs you down, family. It weighs you down. Let me tell you something. When you hold on to grudges, it makes you a very irritable person. You're walking around irritable and you don't even know it. You're thinking that holding grudges is saving you and protecting you. You understand, from maybe getting hurt, maybe being used and abused. So, the thought process is, if I remember what it is that this person did to me, and I don't forget it, so I remember it, and I just try to keep it in my memory so that I keep a wall up around this person and I will not let this person in again. If I do that, then that will protect me. Then this said person can't hurt me again. You understand? And we don't want to be hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. And no one wants to be re-injured. So it's a defense mechanism that we do. So we go, okay, so this is what happened. Let me keep that stuffed up in my memory so that I know when I come around that person again, I'm going to keep that wall up. But family, do you know how much energy it takes to keep that wall up? And I used to be one of those people. I was one of those people in my 20s when I really didn't know any other way. And it's obvious that I learned that from some of my caregivers, that that's the best way to handle it, is you just hold a grudge. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to protect you psychologically. I saw it, so I repeated it. But you want to free yourself. You don't want to walk around holding on to that stuff because it makes you sick. So yes, it makes you an irritable person. It adds to the stress in your body, which stress, what that does is that basically raises your cortisol in your body. And when your cortisol is raised, then that affects the organs in your body. So, when you've heard this statement before, I'm sure, that stress kills. Well, that's how stress indirectly but directly kills. That's how it does, because it affects your organs. It wears them down. Well, you don't need to be stressed. So I'm going to teach you today how to let it go. Not only does it affect you physically, but it also affects you like I said, mentally. So it can increase your anxiety. You hold on to enough grudges, it can bring on some depression, because then in the brain, you start to feel hopeless and helpless about having relationships. If you held on to a grudge, family, for every single person in your life who made a mistake and who you see as a person who did you wrong, if you just held on to that, could you imagine how bogged down you would feel? Family, which would make you feel like, well, shoot, who do I talk to? Who is safe? You would start to back yourself into a mental corner, and you could go into depression. And I said, like, have high anxiety. It could raise your blood pressure, and that's not what we're doing, and damage relationships. So we are letting those grudges go today. I learned how to let free myself and let go of grudges years ago. And I am here, your girl is here to teach you how to do so. Okay? 5 easy steps. So here we go, family. This is how you let those grudges go that are holding you down. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stop fronting, and you're going to acknowledge that you are actually holding a grudge. So have you ever been around a person and maybe there was a negative interaction, and when you walked away from that interaction, you put your walls up, you start holding a grudge? Now, when you see that person again and that person is speaking to you and you trying to act like, hey, trying to act like, everything's normal, then they say to you, well, what's wrong with you? And you like, no, nothing. And you're acting like it doesn't affect you. You're lying. So what I'm saying is, don't do you like that. Acknowledge, oh, shoot, I believe I'm holding a grudge. I am holding a grudge. I am holding on to something that is really weighing me down. I'm putting it inside and I'm weighing myself down. I'm holding this. I'm carrying this. This person is just walking around doing whatever that they do. They still repeating the behavior that they did that pissed you off and made you start holding a grudge. But yet still you're the one that's carrying that. So it's like acknowledging that, oh, shoot, I'm carrying this burden from this interaction that we had. I'm carrying this belief system about whoever this person is. I'm carrying that, but I don't need to carry that. But the first thing before you let it go, let me just show you what you do. You're going to acknowledge, oh, shoot, this is a grudge. And this is why I'm holding a grudge, because this person did ... And it hurt me. This person did this and it was dismissive to me. It was disrespectful to me. Yeah. So why the heck am I carrying it? That's what you ask yourself. Number 2, don't fake the funk. So now you've acknowledged it. I want you to honor your feelings. So how are you feeling? Stop faking like everything's okay, but yet and still everybody around you can see you ain't okay because you're walking around here irritable. Now people pulling away from you and they don't want to spend time with you. So come on now, don't fake the funk. Honor your feelings. You are amazing and you're worth it. So this person did whatever this is to me. I'm holding a grudge. Oh, because my feelings are hurt. They hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? When they said whatever it was that they said, they hurt my feelings. Or if they ghosted me, or if they did something, if they stole some money from me, what's my feeling? So you're probably going to be angry. So that's a feeling. I feel angry. But then under anger could be I feel hurt. I feel disrespected. What are my feelings? So I need to say them. Give my feelings some words. Add words to my feelings so I can let it out. Because when you don't let your feelings out of your body, it's really like having a can of soda, and like you just keep shaking the soda up. So you pouring in more issues. You're pouring in more disrespect. You're pouring in more disregard and you aren't doing anything about those feelings. You aren't acknowledging them. You trying to fake the funk. But meanwhile, that soda is just bumping around, just going up and down, shaking up and down. And then one day, you already know when that top pops, that top is going to pop. But we ain't letting the top pop. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. We ain't faking the funk. We're going to acknowledge, honor our feelings. I am feeling like this. I am feeling like that. And then once you acknowledge those feelings and you honor them, use your voice. Don't just keep pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down and holding walls up, because you're holding on to it. So as a defense mechanism, you are thinking that you are in a better place because you haven't cussed somebody out, or because, you haven't said this to this person, and maybe you haven't broken the relationship because you haven't said anything. You're avoiding the conflict surrounding it. But what I'm telling you is your behavior is still creating the wall. The people around you still feel the wall, and you're stressed, and people can feel the stress. You can feel the stress. So instead of all of that, don't hold it in. Don't avoid the conflict. Use your voice. Use your voice appropriately. So whatever the person's name is, Johnny, I am hurt, because you've already acknowledged your feelings. I am hurt because you said this thing about my mama, whatever it is, right? Or, Johnny, I'm hurt because I feel like you disrespected me when you did X, Y, and Z, Johnny, I feel hurt. I feel angry because you took my money, or because you borrowed some money and you ain't even thinking about giving it back. And I keep seeing you pull up with all this new stuff all the time and telling me how you going on trips, but you still have not paid me my money back that you borrowed from me. So I'm starting to feel, a little angry because it appears that you disrespected me. So I'm feeling disrespected. I'm feeling disregarded. Use your voice. And let me tell you something, family. Hey, family, come on over here, because I have something for you. Starting off with a go-to guide for keeping your minds healthy and strong. This right here is the Bible to mental health. It's your mental health Bible. The name of it is 6 Pillars to Power Up Your Mind and Make Mental Health a Lifestyle. Everything that you need to know about keeping your minds healthy and strong is in this go-to guide. Where you get it from? Well, you get it from awisebrown.com/shop. But in this go-to guide, honey, in this mental health Bible, you know what you're going to find out? You're going to find out the benefits of aromatherapy, and how it can shift your mood. But guess what? You don't have to go any place else to look for your aromatherapy, because your girls got you, okay? You can get some aromatherapy here. This is aromatherapy is in this candle. This is called a slice of happiness. It makes me tingle, like literally makes me tingle. A slice of happiness. This is a cruelty-free candle with no parabens, no formaldehyde, and no known suspected carcinogenics. Now, you go out here and you find these candles that smell good, but are they good for you? Are they good for your brain? Come on now, get real with yourself. Well, this one smells delicious and it's good for you. Made with essential oils. It's a soy candle. Amazing. Uh, you can burn it, or you can just walk by and smell it. Lord have mercy, it's so good. Okay, so that's your candle, your aromatherapy, which raises the dopamine in your brain. That's your natural feel good. Neurotransmitters in your brain. All right, y'all. And I'm a part of you. You're a part of me. We are a family. We got hoodies now, and these are unisex hoodies, and they wear well, they wash well, and they feel so good. So you can wear them over your clothes, you know what I'm saying, and look dope, or You can wear them as your clothes with nothing under them, which I like to do often. And when you travel everywhere, I mean, every time I wear them, I'm moving around. People are always asking me whether I'm traveling, going to the supermarket. What's that? Who's that? And I'm like, mental health is a lifestyle. Because see, this is on the back. Okay? They come in white and they come in black. I'm like, join the family. Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast. So there you go. Family, don't you ever say that I ain't give you nothing. You get all of these things from awisebrown.com/shop. All right? I got your goods. I got you. You don't have to go anyplace else. I'll see you on the other side. Family, once you use your voice and you let the other person know how you're feeling instead of holding it, why are you holding on to it? Why are you packing yourself down? That's their stuff. Give it back to them, and then whatever it is that they decide to do with it, let it be. So that's the thing. Listen, I'm not promising you that when you use your voice that the other person is going to be receptive. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy you told me that I did said thing. And now we can just be in love again and then everything is kumbaya. No, it may not turn out like that. Now, for some people that you're dealing with who are mature and they are open-minded and they will respect your position, can say, well, we can have a kumbaya. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't notice it. Or even if I did notice it, you know what I'm saying? I thought about it after and I should have come back to you and apologized. You'll get some people that do that. But if these people are really in a dysfunctional spiral, then they may even gaslight you and tell you that whatever it is that you're saying or you're feeling ain't true. It's not true. You must be feeling something else because you did this. Like they'll flip it back on you. And guess what? That's the information that you need to know because that's going to help you with the next step. So after you use your voice, because you're using your voice to honor you. You don't need to push it down. After you use your voice, if to whomever you're using your voice to, if they are open-minded and they are respectful and they are loving and they go, you know what? I messed up. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have done that. I could have done it better. Then you know that that's somebody who you probably still want in your life. And that's good. You need to know that. But guess what? If you get that other response that I was just talking about, the dismissive response, the gaslight, where they make it your problem that this happened to you, well, you the reason that I did what it. It's like we ain't talking about that. You can talk about your feelings, but at least hear me and respect what it is that I am telling you that you're doing to me. You need to jump in and deflect and then tell me, well, the reason why you did that is my fault. You're not receiving what I'm trying to tell you. You're not receiving and respecting my feelings. I'll give you some time to tell me your feelings, but I need you, if you're going to be in my life, and this is what y'all are thinking, I want you to be thinking, I need you to respect how I'm feeling. Because I've been resentful. That's the thought. I've been holding a grudge because I feel like you hurt me in some kind of way. And if you love me, if you're my friend, then you'll be open to hearing it. You don't necessarily have to agree with it, but you will be open to hearing it. And then we can further the conversation. Because there will be time where you could say, well, maybe I didn't know that I did that. What I was, and I'm sorry, but what I was thinking was ... You can agree to disagree. You can have good love, especially when you know a person isn't malicious. You understand? Their intent isn't malicious. And then we can move on. So that moment when you use your voice and, and the person hopefully is open to receiving your voice, then you know that this is a person that I do want in my life. But if the person is dismissive of your voice, then you need to know that too. You don't need to argue. But what you do know is, so right now, however they respond lets me know if I need to, number 4, let it go and let them go. Okay? Number 4, let it go. Let whatever the thing is that you were holding, Let it go. And in letting it go, you know what comes with letting it go is accepting who the person is and letting go of the hope that they could be anything different. So we walk around holding on to this image and this thought process that certain people in our lives, the hope that they can be their best selves, or at least the self that you want them to be, at least the self that they told you that they were going to be. So we hold on to the hope and we keep looking at them like, when you gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? You promised me that you was gonna be like this, or you said we were gonna be friends. So why are you lying to me? And then you keep this hope up like, no, they're not a liar. No, they're not a liar. But then they keep showing you over and over again that they're a liar. Or you think, no, they're not, that's my friend. Nope, they're not a thief. Nope, they steal something. Nope, they're not a thief. They steal from everybody else. You don't watch them because you thinking since they ain't steal from you that they, and I used to have a friend like this. They stole from everybody else and I saw them stealing. But I was just thinking, oh, maybe because, they on hard times, whatever. I don't want to judge nobody. Not thinking they were stealing from me. But let me tell you something. A thief is a thief. Then come to find out they were stealing from me. What in the, who done messed around and left the gates open? But when I realized that, I'm like, oh, I was holding on to the hope that this person was truly a friend. A friend is loving, kind, giving, shares, trustworthy, has integrity. At least a friend in my life. You understand? Because that's the energy that I put out. Come to find out, nope. This friend was a liar and this friend was a thief. Okie dokie. So letting go of the hope that this person is going to be anything other than who they are. What did Maya Angelou say? When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. And if you believe them, then after you use your voice and they show you who they are, if they change behavior, then they show you who they are. But if they don't, let them go along with the grudge. Let them go. You aren't losing anything. You cannot lose anything that God has for you, which leads me to number 5, which you always know is the biggest of them all, is lean on God and trust God through the process. I'm always asking God and thanking him for discernment. For discernment, Lord Jesus. Let me see. Thank you for clarity and discernment. And y'all know the Bible verse that I will tote, and I still don't remember where it comes from, but no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So you don't ever have to worry about not holding up if you put down the grudge that this person is going to get you and destroy you and kill you and you're going to lose something, because you can't lose anything that God has for you, and no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So take those grudges off your shoulders. Take them out your heart. Free yourself. Let them go. And trust God. He's got you. You don't have to worry about a thing. You hear what I say? All of the energy that you put out in the universe, my loves, you will receive it back. So this is a no grudge zone. You hear what I say, family? A no grudge zone. All right, family. So those are the steps. So number 1, I'm going to run them back. Always run them back before we leave up out of here, because I want you to remember them, or you can jot them down. Number 1, you're going to acknowledge that, oh my goodness, I am holding a grudge. Oh, I thought I was being tough and rough. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was taking care of myself. No, boo, you was holding a grudge. Number 2, don't fake the funk. Acknowledge and honor your feelings. I am feeling sad. I am feeling hurt. Then when you figure out what you're feeling, number 3, you are going to use your voice. Use your voice and tell the other person, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I feel that happened. This is my experience with you. Use your voice. And then once they show you who they are, number 4, let them go along with the grudge, or keep them in, but let the grudge go. Let it go. Free yourself. Let it go. And then number 5 is trust God. Lean on him because he's got your back and your front and your sides, okay? God is amazing, so trust God. All right, family, that is another episode of the Mental Health is a Lifestyle podcast with your girl, Andrea Wise-Brown, and I will see you on the next episode next week, family. I love you, love you, love you.